Like I said before, man, there's nothing wrong with, dressing up nicely or taking care of yourself, but a lot of people actually believe that it's everything. That's everything when it comes to success. That's the thing.
I mean, the way, portray yourself to other people is definitely important, but like the way, like the materialism,
Hmm.
like the focus on like always being like this upstanding citizen or something. Like, dude, like we all know that's not real. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, but I think the culture here in Korea, South Korea, it insists that that's how things should be, and like this idea of like losing face
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who cares? That's what I say. Yeah. Well, not to cut you off, but it reminds me of when because I was meeting up with some like younger kid, and I was like watching like boxing, right?
Hmm.
And I was watching like a Tyson Fury fight. I think I was watching like him versus like Deontay Wilder or something like that.
Yeah.
And Deontay, like those two fighters, Tyson Fury's like he looks like he's out of shape. He's like got a belly,
Right. Right. Right.
he's
Yeah.
got like love handles. He's like kind of like I don't know, like he doesn't look like an athlete. And
Hmm.
then but he beat Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder looks like a machine. You know what I mean? Deontay Wilder looks like the fucking like Black Terminator or some shit like that. And like I was like showing it to this kid, and he was like, "Wait, that white guy, he's like all out of shape. He beat that black dude who's like really like fit." And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "No way." He's like, "No way. That guy looks way better than him." I'm like, "Dude, looks ain't everything, bro." You know what I mean? It doesn't mean anything. Just because this guy looks better doesn't mean he's a better fighter. That's like crazy to me. Like, but that's like the mindset of a lot of Korean people, I think. You know, to what you're saying, like it's all about how you look rather
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
actually like what's underneath like the surface.
Cause
And
yeah,
that and
man.
it bothers me actually. It bothers me a lot, to be honest. It's super extreme here. I think that's my point. Is like because like in America, you'll find people like this. Like if you go to like I don't know, like Hollywood or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Everybody's worried about how they're gonna look and all this stuff,
Mm.
dude. Like, but I think like people need to get over the fact that like you're like not everybody's a fucking superstar. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like people can just be human. Like and human beings, they're not like infallible. Like everybody's got flaws, and like nobody's bulletproof.
Yeah, man. Younger generations, many young generations are constantly exposed to media, influencers, YouTubers, and social media. From the moment they wake up until they go to bed. You know what I'm saying? It seems like they think all the flash, cool, and beautiful stuff they see online. They think that's the only key to success. It's like they're just going after what looks good on the surface. You know what I'm saying? But again, man, I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing, but you know, um, just saying
I think it's a problem for real. You know,
it is.
and then you have like this like celebrity who ends up committing suicide because his image is tarnished by the media. Um, I mean, and he's an actor. I think people need to stop putting like actors on a pedestal. Like they're just guys who repeat like a line off of the script. You know what
Right,
I mean? They're
right.
not like this dude's not like a freaking like he's not like royalty or anything like that. I mean,
Mm.
you shouldn't put people like that to such a high standard. I mean, they're just normal people like anybody else.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
and I guarantee you that's something that fed into like his whole mindset of like where he went with all that stuff because he's thinking, oh, like I'm like an example to all these people and people look up to me and all. It's like, dude, nobody actually don't care. Me personally, I don't care.
Mm.
You know what an actor does. You know what I mean? Like, or any of these celebrities. I mean, who cares? You know. But I don't know. I don't know how it is in Korea though. I don't know what celebrity culture and all that stuff is like here. In America, like I think celebrity worship has kind of gone down a lot, especially in the last like fucking like 5 years or so.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying Sun-Kyun did nothing wrong. Morally, he definitely disappointed a lot of fans. And like there are clear things he messed up, but when I think about it, I don't think like all the criticism he got was necessary. And also, what did his family do wrong? Think about that. Why does his wife, why she had to like face daily messages from fans, telling her to leave him, get a divorce, run away from him. I mean, what does that have to do with them? That's clearly about their private lives, and I don't think it was necessary to push someone like that, into the corner. And yeah, I mean, yes, it's a fact, bro. It's a fact that the drug use is a serious crime in Korea. But honestly, even with that, um, I don't know. Like, if you're a fan, right, you should be helping him get out of the situation. He was stuck in a hole. Of course, that has to be after him facing all the legal consequences and everything. But it's not like he killed someone. He didn't commit a sexual crime, or he wasn't a thief. I'm definitely not. But hear me out though. I'm not. I'm definitely not saying that using drug is okay. I'm just I'm just like trying to criticize how society can push someone like that. How can push someone to death. Um,
And, we're talking about a country that loves drinking, and drinking is probably one. Alcohol is like the one of the worst drugs in the world, yo. You know what I mean? I
hundred
mean,
percent, hundred
yeah,
percent,
and
man.
people fucking drink all the time, but then they want to fucking be like, oh, but like this guy smoked weed, he should kill himself or something like that. That's insane.
Hmm.
You know, weed. I mean, whatever, like cocaine, heroin, all this stuff. I mean, look, there's levels to this shit, right? When it comes to the drugs. Like I know when I was growing up in Maryland, like dude, there's so many people that did heroin, and I
Hmm.
hate it. You know what I mean? Because it turned them into fucking zombies, basically,
Yeah.
um, unproductive. And then when they were off of heroin, they were like always like craving for it, and like they would do anything to get it and shit. They were like steal from you and shit. This type of shit.
Yeah.
That's bad, but like yeah, smoking weed or like doing like cocaine one night with like some girls or something like that. Who fucking cares? Like it's like you said, like people who are sitting there getting, sticking their nose in this guy's like personal life and shit. I mean, that happens in the US. That happens everywhere, right? With celebrities, everybody's got an opinion.
Yeah.
Oh man, like, how could he do this? He should get a divorce.
Hmm.
His wife should leave him. His kids must feel like, what I don't think. I mean, obviously, people are going to talk shit, especially if you're a celebrity. But um, I don't. I mean, that's it. Kind of goes both ways on that situation, where it's like people need to chill, and he needs to chill. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like, because like you. I mean, I can only imagine what it's like for somebody like that to see all these people talking shit about him. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
You were saying, oh, he's got sponsors that were like, threatening to sue him and shit like that. That's probably got to be mad pressure. That's stressful, right? You know, but like, I don't know. I mean, you don't have to kill yourself.
Like sometimes when I see people gossiping about others' private lives, especially celebrities or politicians, it almost feels like it seems like they actually wish for these famous individuals to mess up and ruin their lives. Do you know what I'm saying? It's really sad to watch those people, because I wonder how empty their own lives must be if they're so obsessed with latching onto the flaws of public figures, hoping for their lives to fall apart. It's super sad, bro.
There's a lot of people that just never been in some, like, they don't even have any empathy for the guy. You know what I mean? Like, they can't imagine being in that guy's situation, so they're just gonna sit there and judge. I mean, but that's like, to me, that's like even worse. That's like kind of like pathetic, actually. You know what I mean? To like sit there and judge people without even having any kind of like any like understanding of that situation. Really, you just can sit there and be like, oh well, this guy is a disgrace or whatever. I mean, look, like, um, should he have fucking cheated on his wife or whatever? It's like, I mean, probably not. Okay, you know what I mean? Well, obviously that's not good. Okay, but like, I think maybe people do get like a sick thrill out of like ruining somebody's life to the point where they kill themselves. You know what I mean? And of course, the sad thing about something like that is just like all those people that drove him. And I mean, and it's all. I mean, it is eventually at the end of the day, it is his fault, because like, he's the one that's like, cheating on his wife and doing drugs, and he's the one that killed himself. But all those people that fucking like were talking shit, the media, all these other people putting this type of pressure on them, like how the fuck are they helping anybody? They're not doing shit except fucking making things worse. So, I think, and those are the people that get to just walk away from the situation. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
This guy's dead. His family's ruined. Nobody's that he has a personal connection to is going to ever live the same after that. Okay. But everybody else that got to say their little piece, talk shit, and do this to him or whatever, they get to walk away and forget about it.
You know what really bothers me? It's seeing people act like they're mourning him now. You know what I'm saying? They're acting as if they're completely blameless. And it's the media, the police, the law that caused his death. When I see this happening, it just feels like something is seriously off. Do you know what I mean?